Hey guys, Coach Nate here from the Running Experience. Look, if we can boil it down, there is one movement that I show all of my runners, no matter their level and their experience. And when I first showed this movement to a few of my clients as a really young trainer, they looked at me like I was like some crazy physio, magician, healer person, because one guy who'd been dealing with knee pain on and off for the whole year, the knee pain went away immediately after. This other guy who was dealing with IT band stuff, that went away too. Their backs didn't hurt as much. And I realized that, man, maybe there's something to this stretch that I didn't first give it credit for.
All right guys, today we are gonna go after the couch stretch. This is the perfect mobility exercise that every runner should do, and any human who spends any time in this seated position with my hip closed, which tightens up this whole system, which hurts me when I run, I need to be in there as well. So I'm gonna find a nice wall. Ideally, I've got my nice couch at home, I've got a beer in hand or a glass of wine. I got my favorite show on TV. I'm associating mobility with good things. If not, I can find any little thing outside and prop my foot against. Notice that I've got a little pad down here for my knee. So I'm gonna start on all fours and I'm gonna walk you through each of these steps. First step, I'm gonna bring this knee and shin all the way up against the wall. And I'm gonna try to keep my hip and knee and everything aligned. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just bring this other knee out and try to push this hip forward. And just doing this, I'm already gonna start to see a little bit of stretch here. Second thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this foot up into a long lunge. And I'm gonna hold this position. This starts to change this stretch where I get a lot into my quad and into my hip. And this is for runners who've dealt with cranky knees, or you have an IT band issue or something with the hip. This is something that I said can be a total game changer. And then finally, that third position, can I start to pull myself up all the way where my torso is more upright and I'm really starting to get a massive stretch. Now, something to pay attention to in this, I really want to come up with my hip together. I don't want to just arch through the low back and come up this way. Do you see the difference between these two? This feels like I'm upright, but my hip is way down here. I want to make sure my abs are on, and then if I come up, this whole system comes up, or if not, I just stay down here. If this is hard, give yourself a little implement, something to stabilize and hold on. You're gonna be here for 2 to 3 minutes per side.
Look, you may be a little skeptical of this too, because hey, I've seen people stretch out their quads before by grabbing their heel and pulling it to their butt, but this did something completely different that at the time I didn't fully appreciate and understand. This entire time I had been stretching incorrectly because I really thought it was just about lengthening your muscles, when I finally realized it wasn't about lengthening your muscles, it was about improving range of motion of your key joints such as your hips. This couch stretch isn't just a one and done thing. It's not when I showed that one guy the first time he did it and everything went away. It's that he started to do it every single day. We're going for mobility, not necessarily for arbitrarily lengthening certain muscles. We want to make sure that to get the most out of our hip, we're keeping our back really quiet. Otherwise, the back arches and we don't get that much from the stretch at all. Now, the ultimate mistake I used to make, and this mistake that so many runners make out there, is that they wait to get hurt first before they try these stretches. And if you do that, you're already way behind the game. My mentality ultimately changed, and what made me feel like such a magician to not only myself, but to so many of my clients, was getting them to do this every single day. And not only this couch stretch, but other stretches that also improve your joint range of motion, your mobility, and your positions for running. If you wanna know what some of those other key stretches are, I made a video right over here, a beginner's guide to mobility and stretching, and it's a perfect place for you to go next. You keep running and earning those miles. I'll keep filming and enjoying this beautiful day. See you guys. So let me call you. Hey.